All right, let's get started here. Have a seat. Keep it down. We'll continue the learning. William, take it away.
Thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and log into our website that we made yesterday and also your Qzx back office. Your Qzx back office and the website you made yesterday. Is everybody there? You got your Qzx back office open and the back office of your WordPress website, the dashboard. So your domain.com/WP-admin, right? Anybody not logged into those two places? Okay, take your time. Take your time. Everybody ready? Is there anyone not ready? Raise your hand. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. For those of you who are ready, here's what you're going to be doing. Since we all know the Qzx platform somewhat or extremely well, depending on your level, we are going to be buying a number. I know it's very challenging to buy a number in the Qzx platform. That's a joke for those who are watching, and for those of you who don't know if I'm serious or not, that's a joke. It's very easy to buy a number. You should not need help with that, and so if you do, please raise your hand and you will be dealt with swiftly. I mean, you'll be helped. That's what I meant. Excuse me. Yeah, seriously, we do want to buy a number. So I've already bought a number, and I'm just going to show you an example of how to set it up in Qzx. And once we get to set up this campaign, I'll explain what we're going to be doing. Row. We're crashing it. It's an issue. Okay. Let me think here. Yeah, it's definitely overloaded. Okay, so so everybody don't pull, and let's see if I can try it and just show you how it's going to go, and then we'll just go that way with it, if that's okay. Okay. So we might have to give it a second while it's doing that. While it's doing that, I will explain what we're going to be doing. We're going to be setting up a Twilio number, and this Twilio number is what we're going to use in our ads on AdWords, right? And the Twilio number is going to forward to the promo number for the campaign the campaigns that you've applied for. However, I understand you don't have your promo numbers yet because most of you, the majority of you, have not been approved for your campaign yet. I get it. So when you are approved on Sunday, Monday, whenever it is, go ahead and create a promo number for the campaign, like I showed you how, and then come into your Qzx database and forward the Twilio number that you create to the number for the promo. Does that make sense? The promo number. That's all you have to do to connect the dots. Once you have that connected, I would just do a quick test call to the Twilio number and see if it redirects, and you should hear the IVR like normal, nothing different. And if that works, then you're ready to click go on your ads. Okay? Everybody follow so far? Okay. And we're only doing it that way because apparently we can't, I hope I didn't like melt something. You know what? Let me shift and refresh. Shift, refresh. Nope. Okay. Yeah, the entire, yes. Ha ha, very funny, very funny. No, I was thinking for a split second I might just open Facebook and post it in the group, see if anybody. That was a joke. Please do not post questions in the Facebook groups. Please do not. And it's, you know what it is like, I honestly, it does not bother me at all. You know, when Chris says I will boot you from the group for doing so, I'm just looking out for you guys, right? I don't want you guys to get booted. And I understand why too, because it's, you know, it keeps everything uniform and in one place, and we can actually manage things a lot easier when support goes to the right place. So yeah, lots of jokes about the support. I know I'm a character. Sorry about that. I'm not sorry about that. Call still not loading. Okay, so yeah, get a toll-free number. Does everybody? Let me ask this: show of hands. Does anybody not know how to buy a number in Qzx? You do not know how to buy a number in Qzx. You haven't bought one? Okay. There are training videos on how to do so. You guys know where those are located in the platform. Okay. So again, all we're doing then, and I'll see if I can come back to this. Maybe it'll reload after a while, and I'll just jump into the AdWords. But here's the point. Here's the point. The number that you're buying, it can be toll-free or local. I would prefer toll-free, especially if you're doing a nationwide campaign. And then once you find your data points, you can go more local instead of toll-free, okay, on the numbers. All you have to do, what I do, you don't have to do it this way, but what I do is I set up a company and I set up a campaign with the exact same name. So I know that, for example, RP stands for Ring Partner. That's my network that I'm on. And then I do pest control. So I know Ring Partner Pest Control. And I set that up as a company profile. And I also set that up as the campaign name. So when I select in the drop downs, it's pretty self-explanatory, you know, just match the two up, right? In the settings, I put the cost per lead as whatever the payout is, the affiliate payout, right? But I don't select in the drop down, I don't select whether it's paid in advance or if it's billed after. Does that make sense? I don't select anything. So nothing is ever billed or says outstanding. I just want to be able to track the calls and the recordings and the numbers, right? So every time I see a 7, ooh, I get a $7. I see that in Qzx too. Actually, I think you guys might have seen that when we did the call recordings yesterday. Did you see the 7? Okay, that was me getting paid on those calls. I also set up the connection duration. Remember, if it's a 2-minute, if it's 2 minutes or more, which for the pest control offer it was, instead of doing 120 seconds, I did 135, and that 15 extra seconds is for the IVR that they're going through. It's an average of 10 to 15 seconds, right? Let's try it now, see if it'll. Dirk. Okay, it's not going to go. Okay. So we're going to go into Google AdWords and we're going to create a campaign. Everybody ready? All right. Let's hope we don't crash AdWords. Okay, so, I mean, we've crashed a couple sites today. That's kind of impressive, but also not good. All right, so with campaigns, the only thing you have to do to get started is click on the campaign button here, the drop down, and we want to go with search network only. Everybody see that? Search network only? Yes? I only got one yes. Yes. I don't even, let me explain something about the workaround for the keyword planner. I have no idea what the process is for that. I don't know what it involves. I have no frame of reference for answering that question whatsoever because I don't use the workaround. So I would say just log into the account that you need to use for AdWords, and we'll go from there. That's all I got for you, unfortunately. Hopefully that helps, though, because I don't use the workaround. All right, so again, drop down, search network only. Everybody good with that? I only got one yes earlier. Is everybody good with that? Yes, okay, good. So as soon as I hit that, boom, it goes into the campaign creation screen, right? Now, the first thing I want to do is make sure search network only is selected. Again, see where this says with display select? We don't want display ads. We just want search network only. And then we click on call only ads. Everybody see that? Call only ads. By the way, you guys can set up a campaign. You guys can go along with me here on this if you want. I mean, that's what I would recommend. I'm going to go through step by step. Is everybody caught up to this point? Okay. Oh, okay. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, once this screen loads, you should be able to, mess around with the settings all at once and then send it on. Okay? Don't you start yawning on me. It's not time for that yet. Maybe I should pep up a little more. I'm talking too low and too slow. Woo! Is that better? Okay, good. Go ahead and click on the call only button. Sorry. I sound like that flight attendant. I guess I got that from flying over. What's your error message, sir? I can't see who that is. Is that Philippe? Okay. What's up? Yeah, it's me. That sounds like internet. The interwebs. Yeah, campaign name. Yeah, I have campaign 1 here. That's no bueno. We're gonna do pest control, or in my case, I would do RP pest control because it's ring partner. I like to keep things real specific so that I know RP pest control. Like that is the campaign and the offer that I'm running. So if you're running HVAC on Astoria, then it may be AS for short. I'm just kidding. Astoria and then HVAC, right? AST would be good. AST and then HVAC, just as an example. Just so you know what you're running. I don't know if you saw some of my campaigns earlier, just the titles of them, you may or may not have, it's okay. But I like to try different keyword groups and keep them separate just to see what the tools are going to do. So I might do an Uber suggest campaign. So it'd be RP, pest control, Uber. Now, I know that means all my Uber suggest keywords, right? And then I might set up another campaign in AdWords for the same offer, RP, pest control, WAW, what ads work. You guys follow? Okay. So just set up, for right now, just set up your first campaign. I don't care which keyword list you go with or how you do it. I just want you to set up a campaign because you can always come back and change the name, okay? Like, so it's not like you're stuck or married to this name forever and ever. Forever, ever? A little Outcast reference. Nope. Everybody good so far? Are we all on the same page, or is there still connectivity issues? Is there anyone that's still having issues? Everyone's good. Okay. Just to give you an example. Okay, so later on, you can actually load existing settings. So, for example, if this is the what ads work, and I'm going to have the exact same settings for just different keywords, but the exact same settings for that campaign, I can just come in here and load the existing settings from a campaign I've already got set up. So for example, you can see ring partner pest control, what ads work 3. See that? Okay, so I could just load the settings instantly from that campaign into the new one. All right, networks, Google Search Network. We're going to unselect the include search partners because we do not want AdSense junk traffic. Does everybody understand that? Say again? Okay, so if you have that selected, you're including Google search partners to serve impressions to, or serve ad impressions to people that basically build AdSense farms. You know what AdSense farms are? It's basically people that build a bunch of sites, rank them, and get paid on AdSense from Google, which Google's AdSense is like the opposite of AdWords. Google pays people to generate content and generate clicks, ultimately views and clicks for their AdWords network. I don't want that. I want search only. Search only, right? Everybody good? Everybody clear on that? Thank you. That was a good question. Devices. Ads will run only on devices that can make calls. Nothing to select there. All right. Locations. Here's the fun part. So if you notice, this is United States and Canada. This is what most people do, right? And I have a nationwide offer. Some of you don't have a nationwide offer. So this is going to be dependent on your offer. But let's assume for a second that most of you, do most of you have a nationwide offer? Okay, good. I know a few of you had like bathroom remodeling. I know that's like certain states and whatnot, right? So, so United States, this is what most people do because it's the easy button, right? So what I like to do is go to advanced search. And I like to do the slightly more difficult stuff, but by slightly difficult, I mean just clicking a few more buttons. And so it's the difference between what people do and don't do, right? Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Oh, I know where it's at. The other one. The other one. Here we go. Look at that. Oh, it's all 50 states. Control copy. Does everybody have that list? Yes, you do. It's in tools and resources. What? I'm just kidding with you, but yes, it is. It is in tools and resources, so you should have this list of states. And it's actually a little off, and I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. So I just grab that, copy, paste, right? And then hit search. It's going to find them all except for two, and it's going to say add all. Now, if I zoom in, you're going to see Washington State and New York, and all I have to do now is type in Washington State. Did I get that right? Yes. And then New York State. Everybody see that? And then I hit search again. I hit add all. And now if I look, yes, I'm good. I hit done. I scroll down. Everybody see that? So now, what does this allow me to do? Is everybody kind of light bulb, right? Yes, you can. This is a good question. I know it sounds kind of funny to some of you. It's a good question. Can't you just select United States and it'll, select the United States instead of doing it the hard way, right? Yes. The question is, how granular do you want your data? Because this is how you get that data, and that's what you want. Like, you don't want United States because it's not going to give you what you want. Does that make sense? Okay. Everybody follow that? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Back in the back, Mr. Steven. I'll answer that in a sec, Joe. Everybody's all buzzing.
Just for clarification,
yes, sir.
If you select United States,
yes,
it's going to give you, the reason you say granular data, it's going to give you the whole nation versus state by state by state by state, yes?
that's correct.
Okay, got it.
Okay. And that's that data that we covered on the board after lunch. I don't know if you caught that or not, yeah. Oh, by the way, that reminds me, actually a couple people took pictures of that board before it got erased. If you were one of those people, would you raise your hand? Okay. I would like someone, to post that to the Barcelona Call Zoo group. The Barcelona Call Zoo group. So that everybody has access to it. And thank you very much for doing that. All right, so everybody's got the locations. Good to go? Yes, yes? No. What? I can't hear. I'm sorry, folks. The map. Okay. Should be on there. Should be on there. You should have the 50 states minus the 2 that you need to add in. Yes, sir. I can't hear you. Thank you very much, sir. So everybody now has access to the data that was on the whiteboard from yesterday because it's in the Qzx920 Barcelona Facebook group in case you want to download it. Yes, Bill from Boston. Yeah, sure. You guys ready for this one? This is ridiculous. Oh, that's not it. Control copy, notepad. Everybody see how I just did that? Bill from Boston, are you good now? You're welcome, sir. I thought I had the 50 states in there. I'll make sure to create a file and put it in the videos for you guys on the side there. It's one of those things I didn't have a chance to complete before I got out here. But that's how I find the 50 states. I use Google. I use Google against itself to make me money. Okay. Sorry, that was horrible. All right, location options. Everybody good to this point with the states? I didn't even get rid of the 2 cities. I just left them in and added the 2 states, Washington State, New York State. With that other list, you should be okay. Just double check, zoom in on the map, make sure they're all blue, and you'll be good to go. All righty. Goodness. Sounded like a different person. Everybody ready? Okay. Because the next one is simple. It's still location. You see where it says target and it says people in my targeted location? This addresses Mr. Grant's question yesterday, which was a very good question, about if I've got someone in California searching for X niche in Phoenix, how do I exclude those people? And this is how you do it. I only show this to people who are in Phoenix as an example, if that's my target. That way people from California looking at whatever it is in Phoenix, they don't get to see my ad. Does everybody follow that? It's only people in my targeted location. Everybody good? Exclude is already preset in the correct position. You can leave it there, people in searching for, okay? Languages, English, bid strategy. Here's another no-no that people always leave it on automatic. You want to go to manual CPC, and this enable enhanced CPC is unchecked. Make sure that is unchecked. I always like to start at $2 for the default bid, and the budget per day I like to start at 50 at least. Sounds like a lot, but I actually don't. Keep in mind, over the 3 weeks with this type of strategy, even at $50 a day listed on the campaign budget overall, I only spent $1,100, and I was running 4 campaigns. I had one campaign with a $300 a day budget, and I wasn't spending $300 a day. You guys follow? You have to have a higher budget. Just that's why you inch up your bids as you go until you start getting the traffic in. You guys follow? And then once that happens, you're able to start weeding out the crap keywords and start optimizing on the ones that are converting for you and getting new keyword ideas and trying those. Okay, that's how that works. So default bid, just getting started, $2, $50 a day for the budget. Again, you're not spending that, okay? Everybody see delivery method? So there's two schools of thoughts on that. Accelerated obviously is going to get them off as fast as possible. So my offer is not 24/7. My offer is a 12-hour pest control offer. So do I choose accelerated or do I choose standard, right? Two schools of thought. I initially chose accelerated and then changed over to standard for my last couple of campaigns, just because I wanted to see how it performed throughout the day versus whether or not can I get the traffic during the peak hours, okay? So I would recommend that what they recommend, which is start out at standard to run evenly throughout the day, especially if you got a 24/7 offer. Like you want your traffic to run through all 24 hours so you can find the winning peak hours, right? The whole day, right? The whole day. Everybody good on that so far? Are we good up to this point? Quick question. Yes. Okay. Yeah, whatever the conversion is, it needs to be about the $50 range. So whatever Canadian. No, not at all. Not at all. I got a question in the back from Jesse. You're going to need a mic. I'm sorry. There's other people talking, which is okay. I don't mind. I just can't hear.
For your default bid,
Yes.
is there a methodology to what you start at with that?
The methodology is I want to start out at a reasonable price that will get me some clicks and not spend my entire budget in one day, even though it's listed higher. I would just want Google to know that I'm serious. I want traffic, but I want it at a good price. So give me the good stuff, what you got. Show me my winners, and then I'll scale up. You get it?
Yep.
Okay. Like if you look at the campaign numbers, my average cost per click is just under $2, actually. So $2 is a great starting point for you to see if you're getting any traffic or not, and bump up from there. Okay? That's the strategy. Just go low and increase as you go. Go low, increase as you go. All right. Good question. So the schedule. So a lot of people do the schedules differently. I like to segment based on schedule. I'm sure you know that because of the data that we covered yesterday. So for a 24/7 offer, you would have 6 of these in 4-hour blocks. Does everybody get why 6 times 4 is 24 hours, 4-hour blocks? You guys get it? You good? See where this says Monday, Tuesday? So actually what I would do is make them all days, just like this. Now my offer is a 12-hour offer, and I'll show you how I would create that in a second. It's pretty much the same thing, just different, little different. All days. So I would go from 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. and 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. You getting the picture? 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. and 8 p.m. to midnight. Everybody see how I did the loop? This helps me determine what block of time is going to be most profitable. Everybody get that? Okay. No, you can do this. I like to look at, there's a way to see by the hour, and there's a way to also see by the blocks. So sometimes a block will tell you more, right? 1 hour, you may not have enough data. Like, for example, the data I showed you yesterday, I happen to know that there are certain blocks that actually show me the real deal versus each single hour, because it's kind of up and down, spiky. It's not enough data, basically. But if you go to the blocks, you look at it and you go, oh, look, there's a hump. I get it. There's another hump. I get it. That's the block that I want. Yeah. Yeah. It just helps you see, again, more data, right? Isn't that a slogan for like one of the cellular companies? More data. Something like that. Anybody remember? I don't know. Anyway, okay. So this is a 24-hour setup. Everybody got that? Now, because I'm 12-hour, I'm only going to have 4 blocks. And I just choose, I could do 3 4-hour blocks, but since it's 12 hours, I go a little smaller, and I do 4 3-hour blocks. So I would actually, and my campaign starts at 5 a.m. because you can see here my time zone on the account is Pacific. So I go 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. and then 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. and then 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. That's it. Any questions on this before we move on? What'd you miss? Yep, $2 is a standard. 50 is pretty standard, yeah. Good to go? That's, yeah. Are you talking about this right here? Yes. You see where it says people in my targeted location? That's the one, yeah. Always make sure that's selected. Okay. And we're good, right? Everybody good? Are we good? Okay, good deal. Thanks. Appreciate the feedback. It helps me, know that you're good. Okay, so we clicked on add delivery, add rotation. And there's a couple different schools of thought here. I'm going to give you what I would recommend, and then I'll explain them. Again, this is like full transparency. I'm giving you everything in case you use it later on, because you might. There are situations where you might use it later on. We're going to go with rotate indefinitely, okay? And Google's like, oh, well, we won't be able to optimize for you. Well, let me explain something. Google optimizes their AdWords performance based on click-through rate. Now, that may not sound like too bad a deal, except I don't give a damn about click-through rate over conversions. Click-through rate I do care about to a certain extent. I want it to be good, but I can manage that myself. I don't need Google for that. I want conversions, my man. Like, I want to be able to pick the winning ad, not based on click-through rate, because I can get that higher. I want the winning converting ad. So just because an ad has a lower click-through rate than its test or control, depending on which ad it is. Remember, we're doing A/B testing on the ads, right? Okay, so A/B testing on the ads. If they're rotated indefinitely, I get to choose, not Google. I get to choose based on what I want to win. Do you guys understand that? So if this one pulls more conversions but has a lower click-through rate, I'm still going to choose it because it's got more conversions, all right? I'm going to work on the ad copy. Like, Google would actually choose this one, right? You guys see how that goes? Now you understand, okay, so when most people choose optimize for clicks, what are they choosing? The crappy one, right? They're choosing the one, well, potentially crappy. So that's why sometimes people end up with losing campaigns and can't understand why, because they're getting a crap ton of clicks, just not enough conversions, is because they didn't optimize for conversions. Which brings me to the next point, optimize for conversions. You see it? You don't have enough data. I don't have enough data yet. Once my campaign is dialed in and running shit hot, I'll come back and I'll consider having Google optimize for conversions, because it'll have enough conversions to actually base intelligent decisions on. Right now, my campaign is dumb. You know what I mean? I'm trying to school it and get it super honed on the winning stuff. And once I've done that and it's been established for a while, I may come back and do this. The reason I say may is because coming back and modifying your campaign, updating your ads, that's stuff you're going to want to do anyway, and that's only a few minutes every now and again. Not every day, a few minutes every now and again. right? Come in, oh, look, I can make a better ad, boom, and I'm out, right? Drop the mic, I'm out. So, say again? When you feel confident that you have enough data. When you can look at the numbers and you can actually know, okay, if I spent this much, then I'll probably make this much. And if you're within a range of what you predicted, so you can test yourself. Oh, let me. I think I can make this much if I spend this much based on the data that I have, or based on where I'm optimized at, right? And once you have that lined up, you know you're good to go. I would recommend not doing it. Just stay on rotate indefinitely, because you're gonna want to change your ads out anyway because of banner blindness. Even though it's not a banner, I know it's an ad. It's still, people can go blind to it, right? It's just one of those things. Okay, so we're done with campaign settings. All you have to do is hit save and continue. Everybody good on that? Okay, so I'm gonna hit save and continue. And we go to add group, okay? So for this one, we're gonna do, I'm gonna do a higher intent keyword, how to get rid of fleas. Everybody on this page? Has everybody hit save and continue on their campaign? Okay, I can wait a second, no problem. What? This is an ad group, not a campaign name. The campaign is a pest control. This is a keyword. Remember, one keyword per ad group. So I'm naming the ad group what the keyword's gonna be. Is that, you guys follow? That was a good question. It's not the campaign name for the ad group. I'm going one keyword per ad group. So I'm naming the ad group by the campaign, or naming the ad group by the keyword, excuse me. Everybody on this page now? Everybody got their keyword in there for their first ad group? Yes, Dimitri. Yes. Well, your keyword, whether it's broad match modified, phrase match, exact match, I recommend you go with broad or broad match modified. Never start with exact or phrase. I wouldn't do it. It's too specific. Trying to gather the data. I want to see what people are typing in the search queries. Okay? Good question. Is everybody on this page? I need a big yes from everybody. Okay, great. Business name. This really has no bearing, so I know that sounds kind of funny, but it really does not. Here's where I'm going to put in my Qzx number. I actually know what my Qzx number is. I still can't get a hold of the Qzx. Okay. Damn, Chris is going to kill me. Okay. It was 855-931-4747. The format doesn't necessarily matter, okay? But this is the format that I use. I use the parentheses and the dash and a space here between the parentheses, kind of like they show. I just like to follow what they show. Put my ad copy in. This one I'll get more specific. Everybody see that? Add copy. Good deal. You can see a live preview over here. Don't worry about it saying pest control. That's not how it's going to read. I know it says preview and all that. It's not going to read like that. But if you want, if it makes you feel better, use the keyword, how to get rid of fleas. Everybody good with that? Okay. So the display URL is going to be your domain without the HTTP in front of it, and then a / whatever the page was that you made, the general page that you made, just to make your first ad. So the page that you made yesterday, that URL, that's what's going in here. It's also going in the verification URL. Okay? Now here's the challenge. Since you guys don't have access to any Twilio numbers, the verification URL, Google actually goes to this web page, right? We already know that because we prepared for it. However, the page actually has to have the phone number on it, which is why we make the button, right? And if that number is not on the page when we submit this ad, we get denied. You guys understand that, right? It's the verified process. We get denied. So I'm just going to pretend like, just for now, like we're filling out the ad, right? You would select a Google forwarding number. Everybody clear on that? Count calls as phone call conversions. It's already pre-selected because it's a call-only ad. And then there's something listed as conversion action. So we would do a drop down. You'd probably have nothing in there because you haven't made any conversions yet, and that's okay. We're going to go make those. Please calm down. But I just want you to see where you would select your conversion. Okay, and I'll explain what conversions are in just a second. But this is where you would select it. So, for example, this is my pest control offer. I want to select the pest control homeowners, which is the offer that I ran in my test, okay, my case study, okay? The keyword, I come down here, how to get rid of fleas, right? Default bid, click outside, save ad group, and I should be good to go. So again, I'm going to go from the top. Ad group name is going to be the name of the keyword, or the actual keyword itself is going to be the title of the ad group. You can also put that in the business name. The phone number, this is going to be where you put your Twilio number that forwards to the promo number. Or if you're not doing any call zoo, which God help you, I don't know why you wouldn't do that. But if you did, then you would put the promo number in here, okay? The ad copy is the ad copy, 35 characters each line. We already covered what ad copy should look like in terms of questions, guarantees, discounts, call to action, call us now, right? Everybody's good on that, yeah? Like you guys are solid on creating your ad copy? Yes or no? Okay, so like 3 of you are. How about the rest of you? Am I that boring? I know it's a little technical. I know it's a little dry. Give me a yes if you're good on ad copy. Okay. Right. Right. We just covered that in keyword research before like the morning session, right? If you have questions about that, we can address those, but I want to make sure we get through this first, okay? But do remind me if I happen to forget. I don't think I will, but please remind me, and we'll go back over some of that, okay? Got you. You're talking about buyer intent. Yeah. Okay. Oh, on the copy? Oh, okay, okay. I can go back over that. I can go back over that. So, again, I like questions because questions get answers. I use call us now. That's an NLP kind of a thing. Instead of saying call us, that leaves it open. Call us when. Some people say call us today. I think today is still too, like with the attention span of what these ads are designed for, it needs to be a call us now, right? The urgency should be there, right? And we want to encourage that. And there's nothing wrong with saying that. Yes?
If you said inquire now, is that less scary for the caller?
It's less scary and it's also less persuasive. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We could also do an optional call and book now if it's book an appointment. Like one of the offers we looked at yesterday said the other day, yeah, it feels like it was 5 days ago, said book appointments, looking to book new appointments. That's what they were looking for out of the campaign. So you could say call and book now, right? If I didn't have pest control service, I could say call and book now. Call us and book now, right? So pest control service, I like to use the keyword when I can. In this case, I didn't use it because I know it's really long. It's not going to fit, okay? You can use guaranteed, best service, any discounts that are mentioned, right? Those are all things that dashes, exclamation points, things like that bring attention to the ad. It's a pattern interrupt, okay? All right. So again, there's the ad copy. Display URL does not have to be the same as the verification URL, by the way. This is the vanity, call it the vanity URL. It can look like whatever. I like to have something about the keyword, like get rid of fleas, so they know they're in the right place when they see it, right? And then Google forward phone number, that's so we can track everything inside of Google. So it's very important that that stays selected, okay? Yeah, but that's on a display. That means it's just going to cut some of it off, and I'm okay with that. So I'm using a Google forwarding phone number because I want Google to track everything so I can look at the data. I don't select this, I don't get data. Okay, very important to select it. Okay. And then
Where's that number go in this? If there's a Google forwarding number
yes.
and a closing number and an off number,
You never see or hear or worry about what number Google decides to show in the ads. They take care of all that for you. That's why you select it, and then they take over. You just give them the number that you're going to direct to, and they take it all. Okay, good question. Thank you. Report conversions. Make sure that's selected. Count calls as phone call conversions, and then select your conversion. Right now you don't have one, but you're not going to submit an ad anyway because your phone number is not your Twilio number that we should have had from CallZoo. You don't have, and it's not on your page, so we can't do that. It's up and running? Okay. Well, I already got my number. I know what my number is. It's 855-931-4747. Let's see, numbers. Yep, 855-931-4747. Pretty decent with numbers, right? I remember stuff. Okay. Keywords. Just put your keyword in. One keyword per ad group. One keyword per ad group. Make sure default bid is still set at 2. And then just click Save Ad Group. That's all we do, okay? Don't actually go do that, obviously, because we're not at that point. But this is where you would save the ad group, okay? Questions on the ad group creation? Nope. No? Nothing? Okay, good. Because I did cover it twice. That's good. That's good. All right, so I'm actually going to go into a campaign, maybe even the one I created.
So if you don't have the billing set up, are you safe to save this as it is right now?
Say that again.
If you don't have your billing set up in there, are you can save this without it triggering? They're not going to do anything until you put a credit card number in, right?
Yeah, they shouldn't. They shouldn't. Okay, so I'm in the campaign, and I want to add keywords. So the first thing I want to do, which I don't have an ad group here, so I'm going to have to back out of this. Go to another campaign. Hold on. Here we go. All right. How to get rid of fleas, how to get rid of ants, right? So these are the ad groups. Everybody see why they're ad groups? Because we're under the ad groups tab. Good? Everybody clear? Everybody see this? I can't see that. Correct. You put the call Zoo number in there, and you forward the call Zoo number to your promo number that you're going to get. Good. Okay, so ad groups. Everybody clear on why I'm in ad groups right now? And that I'm looking at the ad group name here. Even though it's the same as the keyword, okay, it's not the keyword. I'm in the ad group. Yes.
The display URL exceeds the number of characters that it wants.
Yes. Is it not letting you submit because of it? Then just delete to the point where it, AdWords Editor doesn't do that, and AdWords Editor is how we actually submit all the ads. I'm showing you the basic way, one at a time. AdWords Editor, you can do thousands at one time, and you won't have a problem submitting that. I can't hear you, what? Yeah, in the verification you need the HTTP, but not in the display. Display, you take it out. Oh, that's a good point, yeah. Okay, so we're in the ad groups, and we need to add keywords. So we click on keywords. Everybody see, clicked on the tab keywords up here. I click here to add a keyword. It's pretty simple. And then I choose the ad group. So how to get rid of fleas. And then I just type in the keyword, how to get rid of fleas right here. Now I've already done this, but I'm showing you how to do it, right? How to get rid of fleas, and hit save. And that basically, from that drop down right here, I selected an ad group, how to get rid of fleas. I put the keyword, how to get rid of fleas, in that ad group. So that's how I get the keyword into the ad group. Everybody good on that? No? Okay. What's the matter? Got to go back? I'm on ad groups. I'm under my campaign. See, I'm under my campaign? On the verification URL? Yes, of course. Not on the display. The display you can take it off. The verification must have it because it needs to be an actual URL. Yeah. Display is what? Something that's being shown, right? It doesn't have to actually be the URL. Okay. Are you on the campaign, Joe? Okay, great. Yes.
Can the display URL be a forwarded link? Does it have to be?
It can be forwarded. In fact, I use subdomains. It's an advanced technique that I'm not going into right now. But it is a way, yes. So what I actually, if you know how to create subdomains, great. What I do is I say keyword.domain.com, and I forward that to the page that I made for it, the keyword. Does that make sense for the advanced people in the room? Okay. If you're not advanced, please don't ask a question on it. It's covered in the advanced training, I promise. All right, so ad groups. Again, I want to make a keyword for the ad group. So I go to the keyword tab, just like that. I click on the red keyword button to add a keyword. And then I select the ad group that I want the keyword in. Boom. And then I type the keyword in correctly, hopefully. And then I click on save. Say again? Oh, yeah, see? I didn't type it in correctly. You guys get it? Okay? Hit save, and then you have your keyword. Now, I already have a keyword, that keyword attached to this ad group, so I'm not going to hit save, okay? But that's what you would do, is hit save. Everybody clear up on how to add keywords to an ad group? Is that a yeah or no? Yes or no? Okay, who says no and why? Okay, you fell behind. I'll come back and cover it again. Any questions on this right here? Yes or no? One keyword per ad group. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can set, I'm showing you multiple ways to set it up. You get what I, okay. Because I couldn't finish that, I came in and showed you the second way to put the keyword in. Good question. Any other questions on keywords to the ad group? Is everybody good on creating a campaign, creating an ad group, and then putting a keyword inside that ad group?
I'll go back to my question. How did you choose from all the other data that we were looking at before that specific keyword?
Okay,
how to get rid of fleas?
Okay, here's the deal. I chose this because it's the best example I can give you, because I can only do one keyword at a time, right? I'm not going to do all 50 with you in front of you. I chose it just as an example. So I would do this for all the keywords that I felt were relevant. And how I would choose that is based on the data that it's displayed from the keyword tools that I have made of it. Okay? I can't see you, but oh, is that good? You got it. Okay, good. Appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to cancel out of that. And so you should see something like this. If you scroll to the top, you've got keywords. You can see keyword here. That's the keyword. I'm under campaign, pest control, soft test, ad groups. Everybody good on this so far? Good? Okay. Now we need to go and create a conversion. So we hit tools. Is everybody following along? I hear a lot of keys clicking, like somebody's writing something, a paper or something. Are you taking notes, or like, it sounds like a stenographer is going off, and I'm like, dude, it's a click. So I'm like, everybody following along? No, it's one click, dude. And then it quits, of course. So it's like, oh, that was me. So tools, and then click on conversions. Okay, everybody with, is everybody with me? Are you with me? All right, good. So we go to conversions. Now, here's the deal. We're actually going to make two conversions. Two conversions. One is for your website. Just so that Google can see, hey, that's my website. And it's looking good, right? That's all you're doing, is you're telling Google, hey, this is my website. And by putting a conversion code on the website, and I will go through how to do it, this conversion code tells Google that this is your site and it's verified to your AdWords account. It's like saying, hey, I own this site because obviously I put the code on it. I have access to be able to do that. So obviously I own the site. And Google will expedite your ad approval if your website has this code. So we make a conversion code for the website. Okay? We only have to generate this conversion for one website. If it's one website, that's all we're using. We only have to generate this conversion once. It does, every time you make a new page, that conversion code does need to be on the new page. But if you put it on the page and all you're doing is duplicating it, is the code going to be on every page you make from there on? Yes, right? Nice and easy. That's how we like it. Okay. The second conversion we're going to make is the one that we couldn't add in the drop down when we were creating the ad. That's the conversion that says to Google, hey, this call was longer than 2 minutes and 35 seconds, or 2 minutes and 45 seconds, or excuse me, 2 minutes and 15 seconds. This is a conversion. You understand what I just said there? Everybody got that? Okay, so two types of conversions. One's actually tracking the phone calls, and one's only just to verify your website to Google, so we expedite the ad approval process. That's all. Okay, so I'm going to make the website one first, and then we're going to go through and make the conversion for the calls. Okay, so conversion, and you guys can follow along on this one because this stays in your account. Okay, so I click on the red conversion button, and I'm presented with 4 options. The first option I'm going to choose, of course, is going to be website, because that's what we want to do. And what I like to do is just pest control confirm, just so I know that it's just a confirmation conversion, like I'm not going to do anything with it. I just want to confirm my website. Okay? The value, I click don't assign a value, because I don't care about a value on the web page, right? I just want it verified, right? So I click done. Count every conversion, I leave that alone. 30-day, I leave it alone. Category other, I leave it alone. Include in conversions. When people visit your page, it could count as a conversion, and so I actually unselect this for the website conversion. For the website conversion, okay? And I click done. Last click model, I leave it alone, and I click save and continue. Nice and easy, right? So now I'm brought to the page where if I scroll down, oh, I got some code. I click, and then I Control C or Command C for you, for the 2 Mac users in here. I'm just kidding. There's more than 2 of you. There's like 6 or something. Okay, so actually I like Mac. Mac's good. So we Control C, Command C, and then we come over to our page. And here's what's cool about WordPress. I can actually go between HTML and visual. So this is the WYSIWYG editor, the what you see is what you get editor. If I click on text and scroll all the way down, so let's assume my page is done, you'll see I actually have already input my Google code, my confirmation code for this page, right? But I would just click here in the post, Control V or Command V, and paste the code in, hit update on the page over here. That's it. You're halfway there on the conversions. Everybody good on that so far? It's pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy, right? Anybody not good on that before we go on to the second conversion? Yes. After what? After value. Setting up the conversion. Are you asking what I put into the value? I don't understand what you mean. Tell me what page you're on. Oh, you're still selecting the settings for the conversion. Got you. Okay. Yeah, value is don't assign a value on the website conversion. Okay, you're good to go. Okay, good. Thank you, fellas and lady, for helping him catch up. Appreciate it. So we just update the page with the code, and that's it. Google will now, whenever we send them to the verification URL, which guess what is this page, they're gonna see their own code and go, cool, right? And they're gonna be like verified, all right? And they're gonna expedite the approval of your ads. Yes, sir. I do not. I build a landing page for each keyword worth going after.
Well, okay, let me expand on that thought. So each keyword worth going after,
Yes, sir.
you build a separate landing page supporting that keyword.
That's correct.
So if they're trying, in this case of pest control, if the goal is let's try to get rid of fleas, you'd have a landing page specifically related to the removal of fleas, yes?
Correct.
Okay, great. And then another thing would be for rats and mice and, you know, unicorns and like that, right?
You got it.
Okay, great.
The great thing, yesterday I covered this, so your people should be up to speed, is how to duplicate a page. Once they've made a page, all they have to do is click the duplicate button and just change out all the keywords. So it should be like a 5-minute job to add a page for a new keyword. So you can have 10, 20, 30 keywords within the span of 30, 40 minutes. It's kind of nice, depending on how fast you clickety-click. If you're like someone over here, then you're going to you know, nail that to the wall. Whoever that was, yes? Okay. You haven't finished your keyword entry. Yes, you can, because you haven't submitted an ad for approval. So Google has no reason to go to your site yet to verify the URL. Yeah. No. Nope. You can do this you can do this first thing before you even make a campaign. You can do this, yeah. Okay. Good question. All right, so now once I have this, I just click done. Hey, congratulations, done. All right, now I'm going to go through a conversion for the phone calls. Okay, this one's a little bit different on the settings. Okay, so I click on red conversion button. I'm doing phone calls, so I select phone calls. I want the top option, calls from ads using call extensions or call only ads, because guess what? We're using call only ads, right? Pretty self-explanatory, but just want to clarify. Click continue. And we're going to enter another name. So this name is going to be RP, so ring partner, and then just as an example, pest control. And then I'm going to say conversion. Okay? What's that? Is there not a dash right there? Doesn't have to. It's just it's how I separate things. I didn't realize you were asking if it was mandatory. Yes, your dashes are mandatory. No, you can name it whatever you want. I do that for easy reference. So RP is ring partner, and then I divide it with a dash and just say pest control campaign dash. It's a conversion, right? And I just click done. The value, now this is where it's an actual value. So for my offer, it's what? Yup, $7. When I get a pay bump or I go to $12, what am I going to do? Come back in here and do what? Edit the call value, right? As soon as it happens, because I want to make sure that Google tracks accurately. So I click done after I've got my value assigned. The call length, everybody knows what this is. They've got this on CallZoo, and we've gone over it a couple times, but here's where we enter in what? For 2 minutes, it's not 2 minutes, we put in what? 135 seconds, right? 2 minutes, 15 seconds. And that creates, now there will be, as you get more data, okay, there will be some discrepancies between, small discrepancies between what Google AdWords shows as a conversion and what you see on Ring Partner's back office, for example, in the reports. You might see more conversions on Google than you do on Ring Partner. Okay, and the reason being is because it's not exact with the 135 seconds, because Google may start counting at a different spot. Plus, if the IVR tends to go longer, sometimes I see a call where it'll go 20 seconds on the IVR, and I'm like, what did you fat finger a 1? How do you do that, you know? But hey, you know, I'm not going to judge. Sometimes people get fat finger a 1. Okay, cool, you know. Maybe they were messing around with the kids, or they were going crazy or whatever, and so they fat fingered the 1. But when that happens, it's going to throw your data off a little bit, but not enough to make a big deal like, oh, look, I'm missing thousands of dollars worth of. So like if you're missing hundreds or thousands of dollars worth of conversions, yes, you have a problem. Please fix it. But it's more than likely not going to be the call length here. I want to count it as one conversion. The conversion window is 30 days. This is based off of the 30-day listing in the campaign, right? Remember, if a repeat call comes back within 30 days, I don't get paid on it. So I count that conversion for 30 days. Category, I leave it as lead, and include in conversions, I actually leave this as yes. I do want to include it in conversions. And then I just click save and continue. And now it says, hey, go to call only ads, go to call extensions. I just close this out. I'd actually go there. So now I have my conversion. You can see here, this one's recording conversions, right? Boom, there's the money. Yay. All right. Any questions on creating conversions for the website? So Google can do what? Verify, and what does that do for you? Get your ads approved quicker. Yes, sir. All right. And then what's the other one for? For your data. Right. So you can count your conversions in your ad campaigns. That's correct. Good deal. All right. So we're going to go back to campaigns. Now, where does that conversion, the phone conversion, where does that go in the ad? Where do we find that? In the button. That's right. Hold on. Go to ads here. Actually, let me go to campaigns. I'm sorry. I'm dancing around here. Boom. Ads. All right, so click on edit the ad. Yes, I understand. All right, so this is what it would look like if you just went in to edit an ad. You can see that from the drop down, this is where that conversion would now go. So I created a new one, and it was called, what was it called? Conversion. There it is, RP Pest Control Conversion. So that would be the conversion I just made. I would select that from the drop down. If you only have, this is your first campaign, first conversion, you should only have one in the drop down. So you should be, or yeah, you should only have one in the drop down. So you just choose that, you're good to go. The ones for the website don't show up because they're website conversion codes. They don't belong in a call only ad. So only the call only conversion options show here. Okay? All right. So I'm going to X out of that. Go back to campaigns. All right. So that is how you set up your campaigns, start to finish. And you let them run and get data. Okay? Questions? I'm sure there are some. And I can actually stand up for this. Ooh. Okay. Questions? Questions? Jesse.
Okay, so you set this up as using a broad match keyword initially, correct?
It's hard to hear you because you're not.
You set this up as a broad match keyword initially, correct?
Okay, so the different types of keywords that I use, you guys keep going back to this, and I appreciate that. Here's the deal. You have to test, but what I would recommend you start with in your testing, okay, what you start with is a mix of broad match and broad match modifier. I also recommend you start with generic keywords like pest control for pest control. It sounds expensive. Trust me, there are some winning keywords in there in the search queries, which I'll show you in a minute on how to optimize, okay? And then I also want you to do a mix of generic keywords, but also a mix of long tails, okay?
Do you make a conversion for every keyword or just one?
Can you clarify? Can you ask a longer question?
The conversion that we just made,
Yes.
do you do that same thing every time we add a new keyword, or is it a one-time?
Yeah, all I do is make one conversion for one campaign. And that one conversion, I just attach it to every ad I do. So if I make a new keyword or come up with a new keyword idea, I just attach that same conversion so that I know it goes to the same pest control campaign. Good question. Good question. Yep.
Talking about tactics, at what stage do you decide when you need to increase your minimum bid?
Your minimum bid or budget?
Probably both.
Okay. I asked because I wanted to make sure you, okay, so budget, you're going to know based on what I show you on how to optimize. which we'll get into in just a second. Any questions on campaign creation, ad group creation, keyword creation, conversion creation? We've gone through the creation phase.
Can you show again how you connected the conversion to that ad?
Absolutely.
Please?
Yeah, sure. So let's see. All right, so I'll go in to my ads, click on edit. Yes, I understand. And so in the ad screen, in the ad creation screen, if you scroll down right under Google forwarding number, you'll see report conversions. There's a drop down right there. See that? Good to go? You're more than welcome. All right, so we've gone through the creation phase. Now we're going to go through search and optimization. But before we do, Chris, was there someone that wanted to say a few things? Okay.
Alrighty, so let's just take a very quick 5-minute break, and then we'll have someone come up and speak just for 25 minutes on that, and then we'll finish with William. Okay, so just 5 minutes, okay? Thank you.